Major moves. We going all in, like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.
Warning, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't blame me or any other random person that gives you some money tips for any of your financial decisions. I provide information based on research that may guide you to taking a deeper look at a particular company. However, in no way am I suggesting to invest or not invest in that company. Your decisions are that of your own. I present information that is readily available on the internet, and I piece together the story to create and provide a more holistic concept to create a bigger picture. This information is for educational purposes only. Ultimately, I'm a guy in a Spider-Man mask, and you should not take financial advice or information from me.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Mr. Man. Grateful to have you guys here with me. Please share, like, subscribe, do what you gotta do, get the word out, get the content out here, because I bring you guys nothing but fire whenever I step on the mic and I rip this shit up. So I have so much going on up here, and I have so many questions. Maybe some of you guys can help me figure these questions out, because I do a lot of digging, get some answers, and those answers lead me down the rabbit hole to get more questions. What I want to know is, ETH was given a free pass. Why? Why was ETH given a free pass? So to figure this out now, I was asked by my mentor, CyberX, to dig into Judge Annalise Torres. We had done a collaboration video about this, nothing to do with ETH, but I'm going to come back to that in full circle. So that being said, Judge Annalise Torres put in office in a blue state. She's a blue individual too. I'm talking Democratic. I could care less, Democratic, Republic, whatever. But put in office by Barack Obama. Later, she was I guess, put into the seat, I want to say. I don't know how it works. But by Senator Gillibrand, Kirsten Gillibrand. I believe she's a blue individual as well. Judge Annalise Torres has presided over such cases like JP Morgan, $20 million embezzlement. The individual was only given like 5 years, a slap on the fucking wrist. Pardon my French. I'll try not to use harsh words like wrist. Fuck is okay though. Fast forward, she's done some cases with Trump. Those are like, neither here nor there. She had she was the presiding judge in a Canadian case in the U.S. There was all the top 6 Canadian banks were being sued out in the U.S. She was a judge over that, and now she's a judge in the Ripple case. That being said, you have someone like JP Morgan who's looking like JP Morgan. Jamie Dimon is connected to J. Epstein. I'm not going to say the first name. It could be anybody. It could be any Jewish person with the name Epstein. But I'm talking about one particular person, this guy named J. Epstein. Y'all know who he is. He owned an island out there. They have some funky stripes, and, they do shit out there. Anyways, they were connected to... Jamie Dimon is connected to that. He has some list of sorts connecting to J. Epstein. That being said, J. Epstein had a seat at Harvard. He offered Harvard $9.9 million to help them with something or other, I don't recall. Judge Annalise Torres had gone to Harvard as well, but that was back in the 80s, though. I'm not sure if there's a connection with that. Anyways, Jay Clayton had begun this case with Ripple. He had sued Ripple. At that point, he had left, joined the FDIC. In walks Gerber Gensler now. Gerber Gensler is the one pursuing this case against Ripple. Unbeknownst to most people, Gerber Gensler is also in. This is the who is this? This is the Financial Stability Board. He is also a member here in the Financial Stability Board, the steering committee here. Here's Gerber Gensler, okay? So that being said, now that we have Gerber Gensler tying over Ripple, Ethereum was given the pass, if you will. People like entities like JP Morgan can now utilize can utilize Ethereum to build out their framework. ETH has extremely high gas fees. It's not really usable. I have a video here from a regulator. Don't know if I'm going to play it, but she works for this company called Keiko. I believe it's her company. Found this company called Keiko, which works with Fiki, and Fiki presents assets with individual identifiers. That's a good way to put it. Individual identifiers. It's a back end type thing for individual identifiers. So with securities, if you go to the stock market, you see the name of the security on the stock market itself, and you choose this, you choose that, want to buy this, want to buy that. In the background, behind all these things now, there's a string of numbers behind that. FICI numbers is what they're called. That's what this is here. All right, financial instrument global identifiers. FICI, standard symbology for global financial security. So they're all given their own identifiers, standard identifiers for this company to look after. So now that we have that established, JP Morgan can't, from what I understand, cannot use, not use, but cannot implement XRP right now because JP Morgan is a regulated entity and they're unable to use unregulated things that might cause instability within their banking structure. So that being said, a few months ago, maybe last year, Kraken, the exchange was sued by the SEC. I want to say Gerber Gensler as well. So they had to pay a fine. After that fine, they had to remove staking. They were sued for the staking itself, the SaaS, staking as a service. So they were sued for that, had to pay a fine. That being said, they had to shut that service down and cannot offer it again. So we have Uphold now. Uphold offers the same thing. They are supposedly a regulated entity as well, supposedly clear and transparent with their thing. Meanwhile, they offer staking. Is Uphold one of the next black swans to come in the crypto realm itself? They do offer real world securities as well as real world dollars you can buy on there. So JP Morgan and his crew, a bunch of other people cannot use XRP right now, although XRP is in JP Morgan's blueprints for his company, the way it's going to be utilized in terms of liquidity from what I recall. But they cannot use it right now. It might cause instability, or would cause instability because it's volatile right now. That being said, they have capitalized on Ethereum. But I don't believe many banks are going to use Ethereum. I don't believe many companies are going to use Ethereum. Ethereum's gas fees are way too high. And I don't think it's good for that company to do that. Again, they went from proof of work to proof of stake, meaning now anybody that has a big stake in this company, in Ethereum, can have voting rights. It's literally centralized again, from proof of work centralization to proof of stake centralization. So that brings us to Jamie Dimon now. Now he's utilizing Ethereum in his quorum ecosystem, if you will. So I'm just going to take you through the regulators here. We learned about this regulator now. These are just things in my head. Also, there's Cypherium. I want to show you guys this quickly, though. I hope it shows up for I found out that the Federal Reserve, where is it? Let's see if they pull it up. I can't type right now. Federal Reserve to leverage. No. Maybe it's a Google thing, that's why. I use DuckDuckGo, not that that's any better. To leverage. Cypherium. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Cypherium. All right. Federal Reserve leverages Chinese blockchain firm Cypherium, a Chinese blockchain the Fed is utilizing. Okay. Cypherium will provide solutions to financial institutions and consumers on FedNow, which will launch in 2023. Have you guys ever looked at who Cypherium's team is? This is like some real shady shit here. Like I was looking at them this morning and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me here. I kept going around in circles on the team members itself. I'm like, this is all that there is? Right? They're a group of experts in what they do. So here's their executive team. This guy and this guy. And that's it. Same guy again. 2 people. That guy is this guy. This guy is that guy. Same thing. And then down here we have their excellent advisors. This guy here, Javier, is Javier. Like, there's 2 team members that are the executive team, and 2 team members are their advisors. Come on now. None of them are American. Meanwhile, they have this guy's set up in New York, I believe it is. Man, I could be wrong. I think this is gonna be like a huge fucking rug pull. I don't trust it. I was looking at it before because I saw the connection with the Federal Reserve. I don't trust the Federal Reserve either. They're not federal and they have no reserves. You know, they have shareholders. Who are the shareholders? Are they connected with these guys somehow? Are the Chinese connected? Are these guys somehow connected? I don't know. No one knows. Maybe it's a couple banks. Are these guys connected to those banks somehow? Anyways, so just going back here. We got John. No, I'm not going to go through that. I was told that my video, you guys couldn't really hear me in my last one, so I'm just going to run through this quickly here. So Payment Standard Evaluation Group, which is the SEG group here. All right. This is what the SEG group governs and looks after. The SEG group is actually governed by the TC60A, which is another ISO standard. And they're the ones who manage over the SEG group. So the SEG group, who's in that? We have Ripple down here as well. All right. Ripple is in every fucking thing. All right. Down here, we got the Board of Governors for the Federal Reserve System. This is the Payments Task Force. In the Payments Task Force, we got big names here. We also got Ripple down here as well. Where the hell did they go? There they are. Right there. Ryan Zagone. I don't know if he's still on there. Here's the framework for the Faster Payments Council. Faster Payments Council came into effect when the Federal Task Force put together this new council. That's how that came about. This is what they were tasked and charged with. All right, here's what they do. And here's the Faster Payments Council member list. All right. And of course, I'm sure you know who's on here. Not McDonald's. They're on here too, right there. McDonald's is all part of this shit. I'm sure they go deep as well. But yeah, we got, where are they at? Is it just me? Do you guys see them? There we go. Ripple Labs. We have Ripple Labs here. All right, as we go through here's what the Faster Payment Council does. During this too, I also want to take the time, actually I'll do that after. I do want to tell you guys about someone I've been speaking with, but I'll get to that after though. So this is what they were charged with. This is the bylaw here. Did you guys know they also put out albums? This fucking Faster Payment Council, they put out albums like they're from Motown, Philly, Boys to Men, hanging on the corner, a bunch of them just like bebopping and singing a song and some shit off the rails from the U.S. Faster Payments Council. Faster Payments Council doing it again. Not too hard, not too strong. Boys to Men going on. I'll probably get like, I don't know, they probably won't even allow me to post this video now because I was singing a copywritten song or something like that. Anyways, here's the task force. You can meet them. I don't want you to shake their hand right now. None of that shit. What I do want you to see though is this. So this is Keiko, and this is Crypto Fiji. Okay, we were talking about the Fiji, not Fiji, Fiji from before. And then here is Crypto Fiji. So crypto's now involved in this shit. They got identifiers, people. Look who's involved in this. Keiko, Bloomberg, and OMG, Object Management Group. What is Fiji? Financial Instrument Global Identifiers is an established global standard issued under the guidelines of the Object Management Group. It is a 12-character alphanumeric randomly generated ID covering hundreds of millions of active and inactive instruments. Fiji closes the gap in existing symbology systems by providing coverage across all global asset classes. With Fiji, firms are able to tie together disparate and fragmented symbologies, eliminate redundant mapping processes, streamline the trade workflow, and reduce operational risk. Let's hear a bit about Fiji.
What's in a name?
Oh, I can't make it bigger.
In financial services, names, ID codes, contain vital information. Different codes contain different pieces of information that are relevant in particular circumstances. For example, a ticker code shows a trader the information they need to quickly spot price changes. Meanwhile, other identifiers help settlement operations identify the country and place of settlement. One of the newest names on the scene is the Financial Instrument Global Identifier, or FIGI.
Figgy.
Based on open symbology, a naming system developed by data scientists, a FIGI is designed to be used for any financial instrument anywhere. A FIGI is a unique ID code for financial instruments across asset classes, including asset classes that lack standard identifiers like loans, futures, options, and crypto assets. The FIGI's randomly generated code describes the instrument in all situations. A FIGI isn't like traditional identifiers. It is a primary key that can be used to access more descriptive metadata. A growing number of companies are choosing to acquire and use FIGIs as their key to unlock this data. The reason? As global markets have grown more interconnected and complex, identification codes for financial products have multiplied, causing problems. A single security may use 50 to 100 different IDs as it goes through the trading and settlement cycle, each name providing different types of information for different audiences or parts of the world. These IDs can change when companies change, and most of these IDs charge licensing fees and restrict use. This means firms may spend money on licenses for codes they do not use, simply so they can communicate with counterparties. Matching different identifiers is time-consuming and expensive. Efficiency and accuracy are lost in translation. The FIGI approach offers a better way. A FIGI never changes, no matter where it is in the world or in the trading life cycle. FIGIs are free to use, no fees required. Across the world, firms are finding that FIGIs can help them save time, effort, and costs. More than 500 million FIGIs have been issued to date. Obtaining a FIGI is easy. FIGI is a standard of the Object Management Group, an independent technology standards consortium. Bloomberg is the registration authority for the FIGI standard.
You hear that?
Simply visit the FIGI website, openfigi.com, to search for existing FIGIs, cross-reference FIGIs to other third-party identifiers, and sign up to request a new FIGI if you can't find one. FIGI is now the world's largest, most comprehensive numbering system for financial instruments, providing unique identification at multiple levels of granularity across asset classes. Join the movement and make your securities operations and data management simpler and more efficient. Visit openfigi.com to get started.
Bam. So you heard that? We can go to OpenFigi and check what cryptos exist on there already, because again, they're registered on the back end. They already determined what's a security and what's not a security, all right? This shit, like, yeah, it's not even in question. So today I had posted this lady, hold on, let's go through all the noise here. Nope, not that one. Not Christine Lagarde. Where is she? Right here. Nope, that's not it. This one here. This lady is from, I guess I want to say she's a founder of Kaiko. And the FIGI standard, how interesting, was introduced in 2009. When was Bitcoin introduced? 2009. How ironic. Coincidence, maybe? Yeah, right. I don't believe in that shit. Let's hear what she has to say.
So I wouldn't say it's explicitly for crypto, but I think they're trying to incorporate blockchain-based finance into some of their language as well. I don't know what you see coming from these institutions, these global institutions for the derivatives, repo, and bond markets and so on. But are they making a difference in terms of trying to ensure a certain standard baseline agreement on what these terms mean, or is it going to be up to the crypto industry itself or the banks to come up with those terms?
So actually, that's very funny you mentioned it, and very point on. I've been working for a couple of years now with a specific taxonomy group at Bloomberg, which is the group behind the FIGI standard. FIGI stands for Financial Instruments Global Identifier, and it is a database of something like 100 million different unique identifiers that uniquely identify financial instruments of pretty much all asset classes. And a couple of years ago, we at Kaiko currently maintain a database of market data for 250,000 unique instruments across hundreds of exchanges globally. And so we needed a way to uniquely identify to a given instrument. I'll give you an example. A Bitcoin dollar pair trading on Coinbase is not the same market price, market structure as Bitcoin dollar trading on Kraken. So these are two separate instruments with their individual markets and prices and price formation. So for us to uniquely identify those instruments in our database, we needed a unique identifier. And rather than coming up with yet another way of doing that in our own Kaiko database, we reached out to the biggest identifier that was out there, which is Figgy, and we said, can we extend the Figgy standard to include crypto assets so then we can start publishing those, co-publishing those with Bloomberg. So we're actually...
Beautiful, so beautiful, and that's for sure. I'm Nelly Furtado, and it's something, and that's for sure. And this week, man, this week has been interesting, man. So last week, I called, JP Morgan, and that cat's bouncing their experience right now as them as the black swan. We also have SVB Bank going down. You have Silver, what the fuck is it called? Silvergate going down. You have another bank going down. Meet me on the trails. It's going down. All these banks are going down. But we really feel it when you start to see the big banks showing cracks. So we had Credit Suisse, now known as Debit Suisse, not actually, but might as well be. Credit Suisse has opened up a swap line. So we have SVB Bank who opened up a swap line with the reserve. We have Credit Suisse who's opened up a swap line as well to receive some money eventually. So the reserve's like, fuck yeah, I'll give you some money. Just make sure when you pay that back, you pay it back with interest. They're struggling already. How are they going to pay this back with interest? They cannot, billions of dollars. They're not going to be able to afford that loan with interest. That's only going to sustain them for so long. And eventually it's going to be, please, sir, may I have some more? And yeah, they'll just dish it out. They will brrr more money, and eventually they're going to have the money to dish out. The cracks are not going to be cracks anymore. Water's going to seep through those lines, and eventually the foundation is going to burst. Just burst and get destroyed. And when that happens, make sure you're ready. Have cash on the side. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a grown-ass man in a Spider-Man mask and a fucking hoodie. But what I'm doing, I'm putting my money in already into the exchanges and just hanging out. Because when this collapses, and it will go down, this is going to be the real estate portion right now. That's what we're experiencing. People don't realize real estate is still, I'm not going to say going up. Consumers are still buying real estate because I don't know what they're thinking. Real estate never goes down. It always goes up. That's a false. It will go down, and it's on the cusp of going down now. You can see it around the globe already. The activity in terms of buying is decreasing. With the activity in terms of buying decreasing, the house value itself is falling as well, because people have gotten themselves into mortgages that they cannot sustain with the rate of interest right now. So with the rate of interest going up, their mortgage is going up with that, unless they locked it into a fixed term. If they have not locked it into a fixed term, they're in a variable, which means their variable interest is going up with that high price that they had paid. Eventually, the house is going to come to an insustainable situation where they cannot hold it any longer. They're going to have to sell, not at not at a high. They're going to sell at a low as the value is going down. And that's when people like you and me buy it. Same with crypto assets. These are low, but they're going to go down even further unless the use case kicks in at that point. We will see. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Until the next time, I'm Mr. Man. Is it my right hand? I guess. Later. All right, before I get off this, I want to give a shout out to Rafael Aguara Menendez here. Him and his partners are doing some big things in the crypto space, trying to make, I guess, waves in this space here, like I guess the rest of us are too. But him and his partners here, let's see what they got going on. This is his page here. They got simple crypto. Your keys, your crypto. All right, access quote, main investments. All right, look at this platform. All right, NFT tokens, wallets, cold storage. They got nodes for passive incomes. About us. Let's go right to about us and see who they are, okay? We are a team that works with the objective of providing the information and tools necessary to make investments in cryptos quickly and safely. On our page, you'll have access to the price of the main cryptocurrencies in real time and possibility of making crypto purchases if you consider it appropriate. After having made a purchase, a ticket, you will receive by mail the information to make your purchase. Once the previous step has been completed, we will contact you through the channel you have selected to grant you your private keys on a small instruction on how to change them if you prefer. So, I guess what's the best way to put this here? Okay, investing in cryptocurrencies is a simple way to earn money without the need for permanent control or monitoring. Since from the site we take care of keeping you informed of the changes in market value, so that you can make your own decisions regarding your own coin. So they don't do crypto custodianship. They don't do that at all, right? They help you out with your purchases. So let's take a look at the team here. This is Rafael Aguar. I was just showing you who he is right there. This is Rafael here. This is his certificate or diploma. Full stack software development here. 320 hours of development for the boot camp. Same here for his partner. Whoops. I opened the same one. Open a different one. Yeah, this is for machine learning engineering too. So I can see eventually where this will be useful, how they want to implement machine learning into their programs here. Let's take a look at their team. We have Juan Andres Vega. I don't know if my Spanish is that great. I can't really read this stuff here. But check them out. Please do check them out. Have a conversation with him. Look him up on Twitter. Here's his handle again on Twitter. Rafael Aguar Menendez. Also, him and a few partners, they have, I want to say, intel or insights into real estate in Uruguay. So if anybody here on my channel or whoever this reaches is looking to purchase real estate in Uruguay, give him a call. The way he describes it in Uruguay, it's a fiscal paradise. Taxes are low, if at all, and awesome tax shelter haven. By all means, look him up, please. And I do want to show you guys one more thing before I let you go, just to continue. So I figured I'd go to OpenFigi. So I went to OpenFigi website here. I'll go right back again. Now here, unlock the power of efficiency with Figi. We'll type in Ripple. Let's see what we get here. We'll see what hits we get. Ripple right at the top. XRP right there. They have their own XRP Ripple liquidity. Liquidity already registered. Average USD Ripple. So let's go into Ripple's unique identifier right here. Let's see what they are. Ripple XRP crypto. Crypto. Security type is a crypto. Market sector, currency. Okay? Currency. There we go. Thank you.
Making major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.